Virgil, where is Wiggins? Why have you returned alone?
He left me. I hate him. I want my papa.
If the Prussian is still in London, Wiggins will find him.
He is a marvel, Holmes, but not a miracle worker. Given your description, he was more than fortunate the first time. Do you expect Lady Luck to smile on him twice?
If he must rely on that fickle sprite, I fear for his chances. But don't underestimate him, Watson. He has gifts only dreamt of by Lestrade. I'll clean the surface with a pinch of jeweller's rouge.
You'll have to make it first.
The jeweller's mark should be legible. There it is. I recognize it. Burlington Jewellers in the Arcade. Smarmy sort of place.
Perhaps we should make ourselves unwelcome there.
I don't see why not. Return to the hunt, eh, Watson?
As you say, Holmes, return by all means.
Have you heard from Wiggins, Jonas?
No, sir. Virgil wandered back a bit ago. Plopped down, very long face.
But why did he return alone?
Well, couldn't say. He's got a story to tell, but his mouth's closed tighter than a banker's wallet. He's completely out of sorts. There've been a few tears.
Perhaps your interrogation technique needs refinement, Jonas, or a suitable inducement may be required. Now, my boy, tell me, where has Wiggins got to?
He left me at the station, alone. It's very big. I'm going to tell my father.
Please, Virgil, you liked the suite, didn't you?
I'd like more.
You've learned something from Wiggins, I see. Where did you boys go?
We saw a big man with a red mark on his face at Victoria. He walked with another man. Wiggins hushed me and grabbed my hand.
What did this other man look like?
Taller than Papa. Eyes like an animal. Wiggins left me by the ticket window.
Yes, but where did he go?
I can't remember. I'm tired.
You drove a hard bargain, Virgil. Now tell me, where did Wiggins go?
It was Croton. Or Creighton. He said to get back to Baker Street sharpish or I'd wish I was never born. Well, here I am, and I still wish I wasn't.
We're all glad you were. Jonas, watch the lad. Call me an idiot, Watson. I've been wool-gathering and time is of the essence. Croydon, of course. Dub me inattentive, Watson. The Kaiser dropped a clue in my lap and I missed it.
What are you rattling about, Holmes?
The aerodrome, Watson. That's where the Prussian has gone.
And how were you to divine that?
I might have thought about how Merlindorf surreptitiously entered the country, but the clincher is Graf von Zeppelin. The Kaiser said he and Merlindorf were friends.
So?
The Graf may be the world's leading authority on lighter-than-air ships. Where can the boy have got to? Look, Watson, there's Merlindorf, by the balloon. He's in his uniform. Halt, Colonel. I believe you have something which does not rightfully belong to you. Fürchten Sie, das Schwert ist schnell und scharf. I'm sure it's very sharp, but a sword is bootless in your situation. Watson, remember the Kaiser's words. Take no chances. He's sure to have a pistol in the gondola. Shoot him if he moves to escape. I will have that formula. Es ist gefährlich, Ballon zu schießen. Dangerous by all means, Colonel, with the hydrogen gas and all. But the doctor is an expert shot, and you are a large target. I know you recently witnessed the murder of Thomas Pratt. Why was he killed? Who pulled the trigger? Ich spreche kein Englisch. An agent of your experience without language skills? I don't think so. No, that won't do at all. Mein Name ist Wachhund. Ich bin preußischer Diplomat. Not hardly guard dog. You're no ordinary diplomat. The Imperial Chancellor will be censured and ridiculed when this treachery is revealed. Warum? Why? I am alone. I act alone. I am my own person. No one gives me orders. False. You are von Bismarck's agent. It will all come out at your trial. Your failure will further degrade the Chancellor's declining reputation. The Kaiser himself is deeply embarrassed by your perfidy. He asked especially that I mention Bussolt's Swoboda to you. What do you say to that? Give me a moment, please. May I take schnapps? If you must, withdraw your hand slowly. Watson, what's happening? Has he ingested something virulent?
His skin is moist, and the scent of bitter almonds lingers on his breath.
Sounds like a hydrocyanic poison. They're often lethal.
He's already gone. Holmes, put it down. If it was undiluted prussic acid, a strong inhalation kills instantly.
Prussic acid, fitting poison for a Prussian. This sword is distinctly unbalanced. That's very odd.
Perhaps such a weapon sliced away part of his face.
Not one in this condition. The hilt is light and unstable. Here's the evidence I've been seeking, Watson. Needham said nothing about a uniform. Where are his civilian clothes, I wonder?
At left luggage in Victoria Station?
He wouldn't travel by train in his uniform and sabre. Too conspicuous. The guard dog possessed a kind of courage, or rashness, perhaps.
Suicide is too complex to admit of a simple description.
I pressed him too hard. The Kaiser's message broke him.
You're not a mind reader, I think. There are some things even you cannot affect. Do not reproach yourself.
I do not mind his death, Watson, except as it affects our investigation. Death is a conclusion for him alone. We are still far from home, struggling to find our way. Piloting a balloon must be a calling, rather like the priesthood. Both require a spirit of high adventure.
Indeed, the latter depends on the heavens, while the former depends from them.
You may have been too long in the sun, Doctor. I'm sorry, Wiggins. My carelessness put you at risk.
It came out all right, Mr. Holmes. I've been in worse spots.
You take less notice of danger than a hansom takes of horse manure. Nothing else to say.
You owes me for the train ride from Victoria.
I'll pay you. Now the villain is deceased and the shed may explode. Are you ready to travel, my boy? We should leave before the fire brigade turns up.
I'm ready. I know it's wrong, Mr. Holmes, but I'm glad he's dead. Can I have a souvenir of him what tried to snap me?
Take the sword then, and let's be off. Are you feeling all right, Wiggins?
Doing fine, Mr. Holmes.
I'm happy to hear it. Do you remark the customers who frequent this establishment?
Huh? What? I once saw Wellington box the ears of George the IV when he was Prince Regent. Lovely sight it was, the old Iron Duke. There was a man.
Handsome shop, sir. Is it yours?
George O'Keefe at your service, gentlemen. I have the privilege of managing the enterprise for Mr. Tompkins, our principal.
I'm looking for something special. Might we browse?
Certainly. Our original creations are designed for London's most discriminating clientele.
Might I see the platinum ring with the cabochon cut stone? This ring spoils your claim of dealing in unique designs.
To the untrained eye, many gems have points of similarity. I could show you dozens from the strong room that share common features, but stones are cut differently.
Right. Unique design is a fiddle. Granted you don't sell the same ring twice. By this criterion, each design is unique. It's a sham.
That is a slanderous allegation, sir. If you wish to avoid litigation, I recommend that you not share it.
Never mind. I'm not interested in your advertising claims. I'm interested in your jewelry. I believe this is one of your rings. To whom did you sell it?
It is one of our recent masterpieces, charmingly dubbed the nest egg. How did you come by it?
Let's say I found it.
Then I will generously assume that the customer lost it. If you give it to me, I'll return it.
There might be a reward.
There might be a lengthy prison sentence. Shall I call my beadle?
If you believe you can wake him, I assure you I'll return it to its rightful owner. Where do your crystalline gems come from?
The venerable Antwerp firm supplies our diamonds, rubies, and Ceylonese sapphires.
You know the provenance of every stone?
Absolutely. The Messrs. de Brise are signatories of the IDB Act.
What are the most economical buys in the shop?
Economy is a state of mind, sir. Don't think of the price. Think of the investment. Think of the pleasure derived from your purchase.
It would be difficult not to think of my empty pocketbook. I note that the cockles of your heart are not warmed by the shop.
It's really quite revolting what some people will do with their money.
Will you busy yourself in some other part of the shop, Watson?
Of course. Might I know why?
I would like to divide Mr. O'Keefe's attention. Perhaps you might evaluate the beetle's vital signs.
I'll presume you know what you are about. I don't have a clue.
Would you report on your mission, please?
Subject is not altogether compos mentis, myopic in extremis, and situated well outside, oblivious with respect to auditory capacity.
Excellent. Are your sales records confidential?
As secret as the Masonic rite, sir. I would protect my client's privacy with my very life.
I would not use the information for any nefarious purpose.
So you say, but you might subsequently be tempted to exploit the knowledge. My gentlemen customers rely on my discretion.
And they pay you for this service? Blackmail, is it?
You shock me, sir. Silence is a commodity like any other. And as with the pig iron and pianos, you only get what you pay for.
I never pay for information.
We might call it an honorarium.
I call it a bribe. I won't pay it.
Suit yourself. If you cannot restrain your unwholesome curiosity, I'll have to ask you to leave.
I believe this is one of your rings. To whom did you sell it?
It is one of our recent masterpieces, charmingly dubbed the nest egg. How did you come by it?
Let's say I found it.
Then I will generously assume that the customer lost it. If you give it to me, I'll return it.
There might be a reward.
There might be a lengthy prison sentence. Shall I call my beadle?
If you believe you can wake him, I assure you I'll return it to its rightful owner. Your open display of gold-plated toothpicks makes them virtually irresistible.
A touch of elegance, affordably priced. 1 guinea will secure your heart's desire.
And earn my colleague's contempt.